All right, good morning, guys. So it is early in the morning on Saturday. I'm not going to be doing a lot of heavy stuff. I had a tooth extracted the other day, and this whole side is kind of like throbbing a little bit. I mean, I'm taking ibuprofen, but it's just what is what it is. So, but the owner's going to be stopping by here pretty soon, and he wants to put a starter in here. He says that his Bendix is weak. I don't know, car starts, but he feels that it's weak, so he's going to put in a new starter. So probably what I'm just going to do is I'm going to work on the dash. We did get the new dash pad in. Hold on a second, let me grab that. So here's the dash pad. It's just a piece of ABS plastic that's molded to the dash. So in order to get this to fit, and before I paint this the black, I have to knock down lots of the high spots and stuff. I was going to try to fix it, but since this came in, this was on back order for like 2 months, 3 months. But since it came in, we're just going to go ahead and tackle that so we don't waste any material. But yeah, so this just kind of goes over it, and then it comes with like an RTV high strength silicone stuff. So I'm gonna have to obviously clean that all down. I'm gonna sand it down with like 180, and then I'm gonna wipe it with acetone. Acetone takes everything off from a dash, from what I'm seeing. Better than lacquer thinner, better than like a wax and grease remover. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So right now I'm just gonna kind of take my little grinder guy or cutoff wheel and just kind of knock down those edges right here that, hold on, let me put this down. And then I'll swing you around. So what we gotta do is we gotta get all this flush down. So I'm gonna have to knock off quite a bit off that. The entire dash is lifting up, right? Because all this is pulling. So as it pulls, it's pulling the plastic underneath. I may have to put a couple small screws in this to get this probably like here, here, and here, and then a couple down there. I'm gonna check with him first to make sure it's okay that I do that, because it's not my car. So, but yeah. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna whizzy this down to make it flat, and then I'm gonna just I'm just gonna see how it fits. And then we'll try to set you up in here to see how it goes, or out there. Oh, and as far as the paint goes, we did paint this last week, and it's still, there's no dye back at all. So I'm pretty happy about all that. Let me swing around. So the whole deal with just primer in general is that it takes, I don't know, roughly, we'll say 30 days. That seems to be the standard norm. It takes 30 days for it to actually like off-gas everything and stuff like that. So if you've noticed, a lot of these parts I haven't painted until about 30 days after I primed them, besides the doors. But I did the insides of the doors. The outside were primed a couple weeks ago. So that's kind of how I do these things, because whatever's going to come out is going to come out. Whatever's going to sink is going to sink within those 30 days. Excuse me. So that's why I'm not like in a rush to paint this, because I still need the hood, the top of the hood. Probably got a couple more weeks. I want to leave it in primer. And the doors has a couple more weeks because I painted those in the same weekend. Now, I will be flipping that hood over and then finish cleaning up the inside and painting that, but that's going to be just like I did the doors, right? So it's going to be just epoxy primer, use it as a sealer, wait an hour, and then base clear it, and that's it. Bob's your uncle. The hood part will be done. To save materials, the trunk lid, it's not the same blue as this, but it's really close. Like, yeah, it's really close. So he was saying to save materials, we don't have to paint the back side of that. But I don't know. We'll see how that goes. If I have materials left over, I will definitely paint the back side the same blue as everything else. But right now, so this blue is a Porsche blue. It's a sapphire blue. That trunk was painted 2 years ago with a Bimini blue, which is a GM color, but they're so similar, like it's crazy. I mean, if you put them right next to each other, you know, my spray out and then the trunk, you can see a little bit of a difference. I can't see it. He doesn't see it, but I see it. So it's just because I'm in the business, so I kind of like, you see that stuff when you're doing it every day. So before the owner gets here, let me start kind of trimming that down. So when he does get here, I can say, hey, can we put a couple screws down in this to kind of pull it down so it doesn't have a big hump. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to move you in here as close as possible to see what we got going on. All right, guys, so the owner just left. He didn't put the starter in. He did some stuff with the battery, quick disconnect, ran over a couple things else that he wanted to possibly get parts for and do. So it's already in the afternoon. Usually when he stops by, I kind of write off the day because, and not a bad thing, we just like to talk, right? I mean, there's so much knowledge base that he has. Being almost 70 years old, has been around the block, knows cars inside and out, everything. When he saw this blue, he was like, oh my God, that's perfect. So I'm glad we went with the color that he wanted to go with, which is the Porsche blue. So kind of the rest of today, I'm just gonna kind of be working on just my stairs, my stringers that go up. So I'm gonna record a little bit of this. I might do just a shop update video this weekend. It just depends because he did give me permission to put screws into that plastic piece to bring the whole dash down because it sticks up. I showed you about that far. So but now it's like, I'll be honest, my face is not comfortable, so I'm just gonna start cutting my stringers. I know you can do it with circular saw, but my circular saw blade is really dull, but my sawzall or my jigsaw is super sharp. So I'm just gonna start cutting my stringer, and I do have to get one more board. My stairs that are going up is going to be only like 20 some inches wide, so not very wide at all, just enough to walk up there, but it's going to be attached. It's going to be attached to the beam right there, and then I'm going to attach it to that beam back there for the wall there, and then I'm going to put a header up there, but you'll see as I go. So yeah, so I'm just going to start cutting up my stringers. All right, guys, so when the owner stopped by, I guess it's common practice to actually put a screw into the dash to hold it down. Come to find out, I did a little research last night, and a lot of people have to do that. So right here where I already cut the lip, see that white right there? That's the inner structure of the actual dash pad. So down through there it sticks up, so it kind of is a hump up. So what I have to do is I actually have to cut that swellness off the dash. Once I get that, then the dash will clip right in and over these pieces. So I'm just gonna put myself a tape line down so I have something straight to cut across, and then I'll just peel that off, and then we'll test fit it one more time. And if it fits on there very well, then I'm going to prep this and paint it. So here we go. Alright guys, so I peeled up the dash just to see where I can attach that, and there's like nothing. It's just empty behind here. There's a little, right here, there's a little tab. This sticks about, ooh, maybe a half inch, maybe. So, yeah, so I'm gonna put a screw right there. Just an 1/8 inch hole. And then just a little trim screw.
So it goes something like that. So I've got it so it'll wrap around the lip now. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start prepping this real quick. Just get this in the flat black. It doesn't take very long to do it. So let me get that done. And I'm also going to make sure that I hit this, this little white part that goes across there. Yep. So I'm just going to flat sand this with some 320 on a Scotch-Brite just to kind of just knock it down. Doesn't need much. Alright guys, so it is prepped up. This is pretty much a controlled painting. So I'm just doing little areas. I'm not going full fan, full blast. It's just basically just dusting it on there. So it should be good, is what I'm saying. I've done these before like this, and it always comes out quite well. So let me go mix up the paint. It is a hot rod black. I believe it's 4 to 1 to 1. I don't know how much it's going to take. I got a quart, so I'm going to mix up a little bit and spray, and if I need to mix up some more, I will. But I don't want to mix too much and then have a bunch just wasted. So I'll be right back. All right, so I mixed it up. It is the Kustomz hot rod black, 4 to 1 to 1. So I'm going to push the fan down a little bit to get all up inside that cowl. And then we're going to go ahead and do the rest of it. So I'm gonna let that set up about 10 minutes and then I'll come back. So that's it. I'm gonna clean out my gun and then we'll untape this real quick and then we'll see how we did. Alright guys, so there it is. Like I said, I brought it in just a little bit off that line. And then, yeah, I went into here, but that's because I wanted that covered. I still have to sand all this when I put the dash pad on. Because when you put the dash pad on, you don't put any of the adhesive over here. You just do around the perimeter of it. But anyway. There. And then over here. So as this has only been, what, 5 minutes maybe? But as it dries, it'll start dying down and be satin. But yep, not too bad. All right guys, now that it's all untaped, let me show you. I just placed the dash pad just up there, so it's just sitting in place. It's not actually like attached yet. But I figured the sun does come through here. Maybe in the next couple days it'll kind of warm up a little bit, and you know, it's fitting really good. But let me swap you around and I'll show you what it looks like partially all together. So there it is. So like I said, it's not fully attached. It's not attached at all actually. It's just sitting on top. But that's gonna look amazing. So let's talk about this. All right guys, that's gonna wrap up this weekend. I know it wasn't too eventful, meaning like a lot of stuff didn't get done, but with the whole tooth extraction thing, whatever, I'm glad I got that whole cowl panel all painted and taken care of. The dash pad is all mocked up and ready to be adhesioned in, but yeah, and we got the stairs done. So that's going to be it this weekend. Thanks everybody for sticking it out on me with this video. But it was, so that was a Kustomz Hot Rod Black. So the stock number is HR010. Let me get it for you. Here it is. So it's Kustomz HR010 Hot Rod Black. This kit I think was like 120 bucks. Off from Amazon, but it is a 4-to-1-to-1. So thanks again everyone for sticking it out here. I appreciate everyone that comes back, all the new people that come in and just take a peek at what's going on. I appreciate it all. Yeah, if you want, hit subscribe. It really helps me out with analytics and all that stuff from the channel. And hey, go out and build something cool. Catch you on the next one. Bye.